Chapter 17. The famous 605, 609, 611, 623 letters. Hopefully, the 609 letter fad is dying out, but let's go ahead and dive into it. First, has anyone other than the true credit experts actually read the portion of the law that contains these codes? Or are they parroting what others have said, hoping to hitch their bank account onto someone else's gravy train? You can search Credit Reporting Act and read codes from 601 through 625. In case you don't have time to read the 78-page legal document, I've itemized the most popular codes used in credit repair letters. Code 605. Requirements relating to information contained in consumer reports. This is about what they can report and for how long. Code 607. Compliance procedures. This is about what requirements for consumer reporting agencies. Code 609. Disclosures to consumers. This tells the credit reporting agencies what information they must provide to you when you make a request. Code 611. Procedure in case of disputed accuracy. This is about reinvestigating when you have disputed information. Here's more about that from the law, Reinvestigations of disputed information. 1. Reinvestigation required. A. In general. If the completeness or accuracy of any item of information contained in a consumer's file at a consumer reporting agency is disputed by the consumer and the consumer notifies the agency directly of such dispute, the agency shall reinvestigate free of charge and record the current status of the disputed information, or delete the item from the file in accordance with paragraph 5 before the end of the 30-day period, beginning on the date on which the agency receives the notice of the dispute from the consumer. B. Extension of period to reinvestigate. Except as provided in subparagraph C, the 30-day period described in subparagraph A may be extended for not more than 15 additional days if the consumer reporting agency receives information from the consumer during that 30-day period that is relevant to the reinvestigation. C. Limitations on extension of period to reinvestigate. Subparagraph B shall not apply to any reinvestigation in which, during the 30-day period described in subparagraph A, the information that is the subject of the reinvestigation is found to be inaccurate or incomplete, or the consumer reporting agency determines that the information cannot be verified. 3. Determination that dispute is frivolous or irrelevant. A. In general. Notwithstanding paragraph 1, a consumer reporting agency may terminate a reinvestigation of information disputed by a consumer under that paragraph if the agency reasonably determines that the dispute by the consumer is frivolous or irrelevant, including by reason of a failure by a consumer to provide sufficient information to investigate the disputed information. B. Notice of determination. Upon making any determination in accordance with subparagraph A that a dispute is frivolous or irrelevant, a consumer reporting agency shall notify the consumer of such determination not later than 5 business days after making such determination, by mail or, if authorized by the consumer for that purpose, by any other means available to the agency. C. Contents of notice. A notice under subparagraph B shall include I. The reasons for the determination under subparagraph A, and 2. Identification of any information required to investigate the disputed information, which may consist of a standardized form describing the general nature of such information. 4. Consideration of consumer information. In conducting any reinvestigation under paragraph 1 with respect to disputed information in the file of any consumer, the consumer reporting agency shall review and consider all relevant information submitted by the consumer in the period described in paragraph 1a with respect to such disputed information. Code 623. Responsibilities of furnishers of information to consumer reporting agencies. This tells about the duties and requirements for creditors, furnishers of information, to report accurately, in a timely manner, and more. Suggestions for using codes in your letters: if you like legal detail or if you're considering operating a credit repair business, then you should download the file and read the entire document. Sections 611 and 623 are the most promising for giving you verbiage to quote in your letter. If you aren't an attorney, but you want to quote part of sections of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, then my advice is to include a sentence that states you were researching or you found the 78-page report on the internet or something similar. That will explain how you, a layperson, is quoting the law. Otherwise, they are likely to think you're using a credit dispute template you downloaded off the internet and truly have no idea what you're doing, and then flag your request as frivolous. I never recommend sending a list of all your bad accounts, because how does that even look legitimate without documented proof? Coming up next, might you have medical collections on your report that are in violation of HIPAA laws?